Greetings, familia. Thank you so much for joining me for another pick a pile, pick a card reading. And this one is going to be all about the ancestors, since as I'm recording this, we are in October 28th and we're going to have Halloween, also known as Samhain, coming up on the 31st, as well as All Saints Day and Dia de los Muertos all over South America on the 1st and the 2nd. So I really wanted to do this just to get into these energies, see what messages can come from beyond to help guide us. And just for you to, if you're watching this week, I have a special going on for 25% off of my readings and sessions. All of this, my offerings at this moment are subject to change, the prices in the next year. So if you would like to take advantage of a discount, this is the time, as I won't be doing any, I might do one promotion for winter, but to be honest, this is the biggest sale that I probably have ever done in La Casa de Luz. So if we have two piles here, and of course, link in the description below. And the first two piles, so we have pile 1, which is going to be with this desert rose and then crystal. And then the next pile 2 is with this black kyanite. And it's really interesting. There's a lot of things going on. So if you want to just go to your pile, you can find the timestamps. But for those who are interested in just listening a little bit on what's going on right now with the collective, and obviously we're still in Saturn retrograde. Jupiter went retrograde in October. Mars is debilitated in Cancer per Vedic astrology sidereal. Venus right now is in Scorpio. Sun is debilitated in Libra. Mercury is in Libra. So we just have a lot of things happening as a society in these with the planet transits. Again, I love to just look at Jyotish Vedic astrology, as that is going to be the most scientific, as tropical astrology is 24 degrees off. But either way, it's a very so there's a lot of things happening at this time. So if you're feeling a little ungrounded, if you're feeling a little sad or depleted, it's kind of normal right now, because we're all going through a big transformation. There's so many things in this world that we can care about and really fight for. So I just recommend you guys to take it easy as much as possible. Keep things simple. Keep your decision making very simple right now, because like I said, there's just so many different things happening in the world. But what's beautiful is just on the bottom of the decks, we have honor your cycles, Olin, right? This is a time to just honor, are we in an up cycle? Are we, like I said, if we're feeling depleted, burnout, maybe it's time to rest, right? The seasons are changing, and the fall season's very much for us in the Northern Hemisphere, it's all about shedding. And so it's a transformative time, but there is opportunity for the collective, okay? There is some type of windfall of abundance in so many different ways for all different types of people. So no matter what the difficulties are, there's very, very dire difficulties out there, so I can't minimize that. But at the same time, there is something about soaring above. Because we have this eagle, and then we have this sublimation card where it's both of these are soaring above the sky, the sun, the dark sun here. And so it's the shadow and the light here. We have to just kind of rise above. So let's get into it, guys. Pile 1, if you are still with me here, let's get into your pile. Pile 2, you can find it below. All right, put this to the side. And let's get into this for pile 1 with the desert rose. I've picked some oracle cards, and then I have some tarot that I would read. But yeah, I love the desert rose crystals. They're so intricate. And maybe that's what's happening. I feel like this is telling me about the brain, because I'm getting the idea of walnuts and how walnuts are really good for the brain. So I'll just put that there, and let's get into it. What do the ancestors have for you? What are those beyond the veil? Okay, so we have the dolphin collar. Pure, joyful friendships, loving help. Beautiful. Let's see what else. We have the alchemist decks. Ooh, we have the void aether. Interesting. I never picked that card for myself in this deck yet. And then the other two oracles that I want to pull out, and we'll see. Cuautli, spread your wings. This is the eagle card. So we have double eagle for pile 1. And then Atl, positive development, which is water. And we have the water here. And also, you know, a lot of times the void kind of reminds me of space. And actually space is like dense water. At least that's how I've understood it. You have the zebra coming out for you, pile 1. And then these 3, I'm going to pick them at the end. This is angel answers. So we're going to just see what unfolds with these and it's in the tarot. And then we'll talk about what the angels also have to say for those who pick pile 1. All right. So pile 1, what is happening with you these days? Well, definitely, I think the message in the collective reading as far as like rising above is definitely important for you, pile 1, because we have the Cuautli card coming out, which is the eagle. So there's something about having to rise above, but also call in support. Because here it's like the dolphin collar. And we see these beautiful dolphins and the pure joyful friendships and loving help. So maybe we've been feeling a little isolated, pile 1. Maybe we feel a little lonely, or just feeling like it's all on us. And so Spirit is saying, actually, if you rise above, you're going to find your actual true tribe. Even though you've been in the void, even though you've been in these like intense waters, it feels like things are calming down. But we also have to understand with the zebra here, one thing that wants to emerge through this trial or chapter in your life is your uniqueness, because that is what the zebra represents. It represents a very unique person, and magic. And so, because they're like these striped horses, you know, they have this power to them, these zebras. And so there's something about also integration of your shadow and your light, because here we have so much light, here we have the darkness, but the zebra has both of them mixed together. And so what the ancestors for me right now are just sharing with you is rise above. Yeah, I just got the moon, I just got the El Mundo card, Semana Wak, from the tarot. I'll put that one here. Maybe that one's needed to be here. I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. All right, so yeah, so we have El Mundo. So there is a big chapter ending, pile 1, and your ancestors are like, things are going to switch, okay? We have these 2 Quetzalcoatls. I don't know if you can see them, but basically, you know, one, it's like the Ouroboros, and it's like one eats the tail of the other, and it's just kind of like this cycle that's happening. But there's positive development here, and it's just about us to be able to like rise above the challenges, call in your support systems. What else do we have from there's a lot of nostalgic energy happening with you, pile 1. Maybe that's why it's kind of like the void energy. I'm actually really, I was like, I'm trying to say the word, but I can't. This resonates with me. I don't know why that was hard for me to say. Maybe it's hard for you to accept your situation right now, pile 1, because it's like there are these blockages. There are these things that are like, wow, it just feels like you're blindfolded right now. You're in the void. But it's helping you to kind of look back at the things that have happened in your life. How did you get to this point, right? And kind of like learning the lessons from these things and finding your magic, calling back your power, right? Soul retrieval work here is important because of this 2 of Wands. 2 of Swords, the Void, and the 6 of Cups. So it's like we have to call our energy back, again with the dolphin collar too. I want to pull 2 more. Let's see what else. Okay, yeah, we have Tlayectilitzli, and it's La Purificación. So again, it's just like, give it to Pachamama, because she is the one. She's like the garbage disposal. She will transmute everything. And then the last one we have, the last tarot, is the Tecpatelpoactl. Sorry, I didn't make it sound right. And yeah, even the Queen of Wands, like this is also like something that I feel is there for me. So pile 1, I know it's been tough. this year might have been very tough. Maybe it didn't really work out the way that you've wanted it to, but there's been a lot of lessons, and I think that's the most important thing that I've gained from the Wood Dragon. And what I feel is very much like this has been a purification kind of year for you, Pile 1, and it's really just to get you to come back to your center, to make you kind of have clarity in the mind, especially after a period of darkness. Let's see what the angel answers say. Yeah, look at this. The situation will improve. Perfect. No. All right. And take action. Okay, so very interesting. And this is where we're going to end. Actually, I'm feeling like I want to pull one more oracle card. I just have to get up and get it. And I'm just going to read a little bit. But, you know, Pile 1, when we get no's in our life, especially from the universe, especially when we're like trying to manifest something and then the universe is like, sorry, babe, that is not what you need to be manifesting right now. It's kind of like, it kind of feels like that for you, Pile 1. And this is why I feel like this reading is going to be short for you, because it's kind of like you've been in this energy of stillness, of the void, of not really knowing, not having the clarity. Really, a lot of unknown factors are happening around you. And so Spirit is saying, well, that's because we've had to redirect you. Your ancestors have been trying to push you towards another direction that's going to help your situation improve, because you've been going through a lot of purification. And the purification, again, reiterating the fact that this is helping you find clarity, especially with this page of the Page of Swords here. And so that's why it's like, okay, when the universe gives us a no, it's not a you can never do this, or this will never come back, but it is your focus needs to be on something else right now. And so if you've been hitting a wall, Pile 1, I really just encourage you to just step back, learn the lessons, tap into your power, call into your support system. And that is really going to help you bring clarity to know what are your next moves, what are your next actions. So I want to pull one or two sigil cards for you, Pile 1. Any other messages from Spirit? This feels like such a short reading, but that's kind of how I feel. Goddess, healing feminine energy. And last one is the elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, and physical, and emotional. Because of the climate that we're in this world right now, Kali Yuga, right? It's like really Kali Yuga-ing it. We have to practice our protection rituals. We have to do this because the goddess, the feminine energy, is healing, right? We have so many atrocities happening towards women every single day, all over the world. And the feminine, especially if you are feminine character watching this, like, we're going through a big healing internally as a collective. And so we need to make sure that we're protecting ourselves, especially when the masculine externally hasn't been there for us. We're going to have to start learning how to protect ourselves with magic and with the elements, with fire, with water, with air, seeing and visualizing protective shields around us, protective shields around the children and women all over the world. It's funny because before I went to bed last night, it's maybe TMI, but I think this has something to do because our earth is going through a purification time, right? So many loss has happening. So many bombs are being dropped on Pachamama. All the forests are burning in Amazon. A lot of forests are burning in the Amazon. And before I went to sleep, I just closed my eyes and I just really just sent emerald green light towards all of these hurting places in the earth, and also to the hearts of those causing this pain. And I honestly felt so much better because I was like, okay, you know what? I don't know exactly, like, I can't really control much, but what I can control is like how I am like healing, right? And how I'm helping heal the collective. So that kind of got a little somber, kind of got a little emotional, even myself, but maybe that's what you need to do, right? You just need to come back to yourself. And that's why your ancestors and the angels are saying no, but it's just because it's just a pivot time. It's a transformation time. So don't make any big, decisions right now. It's really time to just go with the flow because you have been healing a lot, Pile 1. All right. So that is the message for you. I do hope that it resonates. Again, I'm doing a 25% off readings and sessions, so please do take advantage of this if you haven't worked with me, you've never gotten a reading, or if you have and you haven't checked in a while, or if you want to do deeper work with a session, like a soul retrieval session, spiritual counseling, which I will also pull cards. Yeah, I'm here for you. So again, thank you so much, Pile 1. Sending you mucha, mucha luz, and I hope that the rest of the year is gentle and restful and peaceful. Lots of love to you. Till next time. Alrighty. Big cards. We're just gonna put this together. Alright, so pile 2, this is your reading. You picked the black kyanite. I love black kyanite. I love kyanite, period. I do work a lot with my blue kyanite, especially if I'm uneasy. But black, I feel like any black crystal, they really do help with protection. And if you were watching this whole video and you came from pile 1, I did talk about protection at the end. And so this could be something that you could think about. Black crystals, black kyanite, black tourmaline, black obsidian, all of it. It's all good. Okay, so let's jump into what are the cards saying for you, pile 2. Insight number 22, magical tools, writing, and star crafting. I love that. I'm going to put that on the top here. We have the Nightingale. Look at how they're both looking up, talking to the stars. All right, what's going on, pile 2? Put some more oracle here. Ocelotl, be fearless and discerning. Jaguar energy. And Khan, step up your game. All right, this is like my magical pile. And then the last, I'm gonna just pull the alchemist one, and it's the sun. Very powerful, very distinct energy from pile 2. But if you are watching both piles, I can see how they also tie as well. So pile 2, what's going on? What are the messages from beyond, ancestors, and any other spirit guides that would like to help? So, like I said, there is something magical happening for pile 2. A lot of nighttime things. So this is, it's funny, nighttime and daytime. So it is about still like that integrating both energies, but for sure the nighttime is being highlighted, especially through these two cards. And if you see both of them, they literally are mimicking each other's like everything. Like there's a crystal ball, he's on like the ball, right? And he's looking up and he's writing and they're singing. And so it's really about the practice for you, pile 2. It's like your magic and how you are sharing and expressing this. And I don't feel necessarily that it's about sharing and expressing with others, but how are you just sharing and expressing yourself with yourself, right? Are you writing? Are you singing? Are you dancing? Are you, doing the things that that you can do to help you maneuver? Especially like here we have the sun and we have like different symbols for the sun, but I'm also getting the sense of like astrology is very important here. Again, I mentioned this in the collective reading if you watched or if you skipped it, but I follow sidereal Vedic astrology, and right now there are a lot of debilitations. The sun is debilitated in Libra, and it will go into Scorpio in the middle of November. But so we still have 2 weeks of this debilitated sun. And then Mars will be debilitated for a long time in Cancer, and then going through Cancer and Gemini as it retrogrades. So there's a lot of different things happening. So if you've been kind of like on the fence on studying astrology or getting deeper into it, highly recommend studying Jyotish, studying the science, studying the astronomy, not just the old ephemeris, the old outdated, dates. Like we have to break that paradigm. That's a big thing for me. And La Casa de Luz is breaking that old colonized astrology paradigm. But what I want to say for you, pile 2, is that you are super powerful. Okay. The power that your magic holds is like kind of shocking to me. It's like, you are a great person. Like as far as the energy that I feel here compared to pile 1, and I actually really resonate with pile 1, but I guess I resonate with pile 2 too, but I feel like the energy advice that was given in pile 1 really suits me. With this, it's kind of like me just reminding you, pile 2, that you are super, super powerful, and it's time for you to step your game up, okay? Because there are things that I feel like you've been like what is it called? You've been sleeping on yourself. You've been like not like letting yourself really dive into who you truly are. And you have a voice. You have a particular unique voice. I'm not talking about just singing, but the way that you write, the way that you talk, that can really help people. And again, this doesn't have to be about making a business over this. It could just be how you like are with your family, how you are with your friends. I think right now we're in a culture that's super obsessed with monetizing our hobbies. You know, it is what it is because we're all trying to, you know, survive in the system. So we're like, okay, if I like this, monetize it. But if you're feeling that pressure of like, I don't want to monetize this, then don't, right? It's for you. It's for you and your spirit guides. And so if you've been having those blocks of like, how do I move forward? How do I actually step into my power? Do it for yourself. And then if you need to share it with others in the future, you have time. Time is not running out. Okay, especially with the Six of Wands coming out, this is definitely victory. Victory is here. So there's nothing to fear, pile 2. Nothing to fear. 2 of Cups, all right. There's some love or some contracts happening. What else we got for the tarot? Just picking. And the Moon. You guys got the Sun and the Moon and the 2 of Cups. Okay, so there's 2 messages I get here. One message is your sun and your moon, your night and your light, your night and your day, your yin and your yang internally is becoming harmonized. And you will be finding more energy to move forward in that integrated self. Another message I'm getting is that if you have been wanting, you know, a partner or waiting for that person, there is someone who meets you and who's like the moon to your sun and the sun to your moon. And I feel that could be something that maybe some past heartbreaks or some past disappointments really kind of took you away from that. But again, it helps you because that heartbreak or that, you know, sadness from another is really going to help you find the happiness within yourself so that you go into another relationship like fully ready for that. Very interesting. I want to pick 2 more tarots for pile 2. And then we also have angel answers that we'll do at the end, and then some sigils as well. All right, so pile 2, what else do they need to know? Ancestors, spirit. Wow, 10 of Cups. It will happen. It will happen. That true satisfaction. The Lovers. Yo, moyo la kokwe. Los enamorados. Ooh, okay, pile 2, tell me what's going on. But then we got the Tower on the bottom of the deck. And look at the Lovers kind of falling out. All right, I gotta be honest, guys. And this is only gonna be for a few of you guys because I really feel like twin flame stuff, it just has, at least for me, it's kind of gone overboard. We're wanting people to come back who just really are not good for us. And then we kind of put them these labels of twin flame. So if that resonates, then you can kind of keep that. But if not, if that doesn't resonate, we're talking soulmates here. We're talking people who are just meant to come and be together. Maybe just in this lifetime, maybe in the next Many contracts are happening for you, pile 2. And this is why it's so important for you to be doing your magic, because you're manifesting something really, really great. And it is like, be fearless in your manifestation process. Like if you want this sun and the moon integrated inside of you because you want to see externally, it will happen. Now on another level, if you are in a relationship, because I'm getting so much love here, I got to talk about just people who are in a relationship. There is a new sense of like a new chapter happening, especially if you've been kind of decisive, like, or indecisive as like, do we stay together? Do we go apart? It's just like, are we stronger together? Are we stronger apart? That's kind of what I'm getting here. If you are in that space, that could be for like 1 or 2 of you, honestly. And then the other ones that maybe are happier in the relationship, this really is just about you, right? This is about you coming into harmony within yourself. That's really going to help you move forward. Let's see what the angel answers. Wow, look, be fearless and discerning. And then we see be assertive. Boundaries, super important for you, pile 2, especially with the sun, right? It's like, stop. It's like only what you want to come in can come in. And this is why that star crafting, the, what was the animal that you had? the nightingale, right? The singing, the voice, the expression. So if you are, for example, sick, or you find yourself getting sick a lot, or you have an ongoing cough or something like that, it's like, what are you not saying? What are you not letting go and release, right? So that's very important. Unlikely and in the near future. I have these freaking cards. They're like, sometimes because the other pile got a no, and now you're getting an unlikely. So again, if there is a pivot happening, if you are like going one direction and Spirit's like, stop, we're going the next direction, it's all for your best, right? It's all to help you move forward in your life, because in the near future, you have the 10 of Cups, you have the 6 of Wands, you have the Lovers, you have the 2 of Cups, right? But there is still some shadows. We have the Moon here, we have the Ocelotl, which is that be fearless and discerning. If I can remember this one, oh yeah, step up your game. So what you've been doing may have gotten you this far, but I feel like if you want to go to the next level, you're going to have to do things differently, pile 2. Okay? And that's why your ancestors are saying, all right, it's time for you to be more assertive, more in your power, more harmonized, more integrated. All right, we got to sigil that felt. Perseverance. All right, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. All right, that's so true. And this is why that spirituality, the voice and all that stuff, like doing your craft, is so important right now, because you have been working really hard to get to this point, and Spirit has their own plans sometimes. But like Star, the silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. So, and the star, the sun, is ultimately the big star in our system. So, and then prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. Again, I feel like there is a little perseverance here, but a little pivot, not as much as pile 1. The pivot is not as great. I feel like this is more of an internal thing, where it's like you kind of been selling yourself short. You've been sleeping on yourself, right? And it's like, no. Like, let's step in our power and let's move forward, because that is really what's going to make you break through and then get to that like 6 of Wands in the near future. Again, with this unlikely card, there could just been, I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles now, and the Ace of Swords with that Tower. So again, if there was like this like relationship that you really thought was gonna happen, and Spirit's like, I'm sorry, babe, it's not gonna happen, but not because you don't deserve it, but because there's something so much more beautiful. That's why that unlikely in their near future. If you've been trying to give someone a chance and they just keep dropping the ball, they can never do what they say. Their words never align with their actions. That's not for you, right? Unlikely. And that's like, even if you're in a relationship, like if that's what you've been going through this whole time, like you gotta step up. You gotta be fearless. You gotta be ready to like assert your power, because I feel like someone's been taking advantage of you, if that's your story. If not, there are many different stories here. Use your intuition. Don't take what's not yours, because I was feeling like there was like 2 or 3 piles in pile 1, or 2 or 3 storylines. But you know what is best for you. The most important part in pile 2 is that you do your craft, that you do integrate that inner sun, moon, that you keep on going towards that beautiful satisfaction. You know, focus on your family, even if it's like your mother, your father. Focus on yourself, step up your game. Stop sleeping on yourself. I don't know how many times I've said that in this reading, but I feel like your answers are like, boo, come on, wake up. You got so much power. You got so much to give. Let's live in that frequency, because if you've been giving and giving and giving to people who are not deserving, that's not good. That's leaky energy, right? All right, so that is what I have for you. That's how I'm gonna end it. That's how the ancestors want me to end this. But I am super, super excited. If you are watching it this week, I have a 25% off of my readings and my sessions. So if you want to go deeper, if you want a personalized reading, please do book on my website, or you can DM me, direct message, email me. But I look forward to working with you. And if you want to work deeper, I have my spiritual counseling sessions, soul retrieval sessions, or ceremonies, and also Vedic astrology study session. So sending you guys lots of love, mucha luz, and hasta luego. Peace.